Shabbat Shalom. We're going to say an idea from the Parashat on Parashat Vaera. So the opening idea in short is post Matan Torah, one doesn't have the liberty, or one cannot say that his capacity is limited or defined by his nature. This means if one is more inclined to do acts of good or to be more involved with others in seeking their well-being and seeking the well-being of and his service of HaKadosh Baruch Hu is more in the form of he feels the love to HaKadosh Baruch Hu and he does acts of love to Am Yisrael and he's more involved in the mitzvot. That doesn't give him the liberty to say I am not able to, I'm defined by this and I'm also constrained by this and therefore I'm not able to commit myself to a higher more advanced learning or developed learning or say learning more esoteric areas of the Torah. That is one and rather it's in reverse, that he must include in his service to HaKadosh Baruch Hu also learning the most developed areas of the Torah and learning to the highest, most caliber intellectual that he's able to grasp. Now, the reason for this is because the pasuk writes, "Kol chalev la'avaya." That means that all the fat, all the good, all the most luxurious parts of one's character and one's being must be gifted to Kadosh Baruch Hu. What's more luxurious than one's intellectual capacity? And to whatever it may be, but he must push the limit there in the areas of the Torah. Now, and that is involved also with the areas of mitzvot. And in reverse, if one is inclined, or he says, I'm somewhat of a gifted intellectual, I'm a genius, so my service of HaKadosh Baruch Hu is strictly by uniting myself and spending an exuberant amount of time understanding fully and to expound on areas that are very developed in the Torah, but regarding others or regarding seeking others' well-being or doing acts of that are involved, emotionally fueled, let's say, or seeking the good, that's not my area. The answer to that is he also has no ability to say that, because we're going to see in a minute why not. And furthermore, typically a person that's fueled by his own mind, at times when he has a hard time with something, it almost blocks him from taking action regarding that area. And that we have a limud that one must have the Kabbalat Ol. Kabbalat Ol is the same way that the foot will not ask for reasons when he's given a command from the mind to do something, rather he does it. That's his role. So too, every Yehudi must have that same character trait. When it comes to areas of Torah and mitzvot, he does it in a tremendous amount of Kabbalat Ol. Now, and that's regardless of how one considers it looks to himself, whether he's somebody that he feels that he functions on a very rational way. Regarding Kadosh Baruch Hu, regarding Torah and Mitzvot, it goes way beyond that. Now, where do we learn this from this parasha? So, we learn it from a very specific place. It's actually from the opening word of the pasuk. It writes, "Vaera l'Avraham, and Yitzchak v'Yaakov b'shmi Havai nodati lehem." So, what he's basically saying in that pasuk is that the Avot had one service of Kadosh Baruch Hu, and their service of Kadosh Baruch Hu was the Kel Shakai. That means that it was when the Kadosh Baruch Hu vested his light into this world in the most natural way possible. The Shmi Havaya Nodati Havaya is saying otherworldly, meaning it completely abolishes and erases any form of sense of time or sense of place. So that doesn't fit well with this world. This world is defined by its time and place. Kadosh Baruch Hu is telling Moshe Rabbeinu, I to the Avot did not reveal myself in Hashem Havai, but to you I revealed myself with this word, with my gilui. My expression is how I am, as I am in most unfiltered state, that Shmiya, that of Hashem Havaya, that there's no time and space constraints. So what this means is like this: Moshe Rabbeinu is looking to Hakadosh Baruch Hu and saying, I'm distraught. You are good. I am a tzaddik. How is it possible that from both of us came out a bad outcome? That he's trying to understand because Moshe Rabbeinu exemplifies chokhmah, and chokhmah is the pinnacle of understanding, is the tip of the sword of understanding. And he's not asking in a questioning manner. He's asking because that's the service of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to serve his HaKadosh Baruch Hu with this intellect. And to that he's receiving an answer. He's saying the Avot served HaKadosh Baruch Hu, fueled by Chesed, Abraham, Yitzchak by Gvura by Yitzchak, and Tiferet by Yaakov. And Moshe Rabbeinu was saying the Avot did not question, because their service of HaKadosh Baruch Hu was from a feeling point of view, wasn't from an emotion point of view, not from a mind point of view. And he's saying, Moshe Rabbeinu, you the Chokhmah, you should know that even though in your nature that's not within your service of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And as we know, nature, it functions how it is. It cannot change nature. The dog can't become a cat. You can't demand something that's not within one's capacity. But that's what the Kadosh Baruch Hu is telling him. Shmiya Vaera lo nodati. Now I'm introducing a new paradigm of Kadosh Baruch Hu is breaking down barriers that were predetermined into this world, and that gives the capacity that one could serve a Kadosh Baruch Hu even in a form of a conflicting way, and this is expressed with the Midrash. The Midrash writes, "Elyonim yadu le'tachtonim, tachtonim yadu le'elyonim," when we're trying to describe Matan Torah. So in the small world, a person is called a small world. His mind is called the Elyonim. His tachtonim is called his action, and that's what we're telling him, that when Kadosh Baruch Hu post Matan Torah broke down these barriers of Elyonim and Tachton, that means that the Elyon, the mind, is able to have the character trait of that foot, that he follows and doesn't question, and the Elyon and the Tachton needs to have the character trait of the Elyon. Even though one is action oriented, he must delve in the depths of the Torah and fully comprehend it fully. Shabbat Shalom.